like that. It's a lot of money, why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. I cop a car, I run it back. Go on your then run it back.
Something we've only seen less than a handful of times since this franchise was born back in the 90s, and that's Jacksonville hosting in the playoffs as we welcome you to TIAA Bank Field. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Cleveland Browns and the Jacksonville Jaguars. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And it's a short kick, taken right around the 19. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, tight down. There you go.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. That's taken in by Callaway. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Mayfield now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kenny Clark, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. And now a low liner. I think he missed him. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10.
At their own 40-yard line.
Ready, break.
Very good offense as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Almost unstoppable on the ground there as that one is good for 39.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll drop the throw. He's got the 1st down inside the 10 and all the way down to the 5. And between the last 2 plays, they've moved it over half the length of the football field.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the end routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well. And he's got it.
They're going to look to throw. That one complete. He finds Sharp. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
A pickup of 2.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. And to give this time to the tailback. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. How about this Browns defense they've held so far? This is now 3rd and goal.
I'm going back to you.
They'll try to run this one in. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. And it bangs off the right upright, no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. And I don't think this was blocked. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
The Browns drive about to get started. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you? It's a foot race. He's at the 30. A big play that time out of Chubb. 62 yards. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
So from their own 20 all the way to the red zone now. A chance to capitalize on 1st and 10. Mayfield. Now Mayfield lost the football.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. From the gun, Mayfield. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. The papers this week, it was all talk about how big of a game this was. Of course it is. It's the playoffs. It's the divisional round. But they handle it well. They score early. They
really did. Plenty of confidence exuded on that drive. No nerves showing. Terrific way to get things started. They are in control.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal drive.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL,
and that's caught inside the 35. A big 3rd down play there for the Jags. 44 yards.
Well, we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
And he'll give it here to his running back. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
I'm coming after you. Joker, 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 Joker.
Looking to throw. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Myles Garrett coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. The open man is Shark. It's complete. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
Jaguars, first down. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Jaguars nothing.
Got it.
52. Let's go, D. Double time.
You draw Porker. Go, go.
Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52.
Let's go. Let's go.
They'll set up a throw. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Following the interception, Mayfield. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that, first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Mayfield. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. To throw, Mayfield. And that's knocked away and incomplete. There to get a hand in and knock that one away, DJ Reed. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
Mike 56, Mike 56. Here we go, here we go.
Hey, nice.
Right there, 56. Watch the pass.
Hey, alert 33.
On 4th down, they snap it to Mayfield. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Kenny Clark. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Now they try the right side here. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second.
He's checking crap. Switch.
Ready?
They'll try to run this one in. And they'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run as they are now on the board here in the first half. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Here's Mayfield. Escaping the pressure right. He finds his target, Beckham. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
All day, every day, any day. Check, crunch, crunch, crunch.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Yo, 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 yo. Yo, 25, check 25.
They give the Chubb out of the gun. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Good, 180. Lights 56.
On first down, Walter. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now, because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down, and that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The Browns on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
56, Mike, 56, right there, 56. Alert, 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 alert. Get him, check. Check out.
Mayfield to throw it. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And boy, he did all he could, but he's going to finally be stopped a couple yards short of the first. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down.
Man, I got you. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. SOS, pistol. SOS.
They'll run for it. Jump. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on fourth.
And the Browns first down.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. First down, Mayfield. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime we will visit with Jonathan Coachman standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here. And he takes this one in for a Browns score. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Now, let's not forget that was all set up by the fourth down conversion earlier in the drive.
Would have been a complete letdown if the drive doesn't culminate this way, wouldn't it? If you're going to go for it on fourth down, your intention is to make sure you get a touchdown out of the drive, and that's exactly what they did. Converted, and they converted a second time for 6 points.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
Shift! Watch the shift! Kill! Hey, turn it out! X3, 218, chopper. Record. Hey, Haywood. Check. Get it.
Now a handoff looking right. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Check 43. Recon, 132 fighter. 44's Mike. Check.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
Back to throw here, and this is incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Hey, orbit. Snap.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 43.
On the double. Greystone, travel. 44's Mike. Check. Check me out. Kill. Turn around. Kill. Turn around. Hit it.
He'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Got to imagine imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Fofo's the Mike. Mike's Fofo.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Good side, baby. That's a baby side. Quick dash.
22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber.
44's the Mike. 44's the Mike.
I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear in that offense.
Hey, Echo.
44's Mike. Check.
Shoot.
They'll look to throw here. And a quick throw here. That's complete. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The line to gain is the 33 on third down.
I'm coming after you.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
Fofo's the Mike. Mike's Fofo. Switch. 44's the Mike. 44's the Mike. Let's go, baby. They turn over. Get that ball.
Big grip.
He'll drop to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. In for the score as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. Now Doug Marrone not even hesitating. They're going to go for 2.
Defense, let's go.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And he'll get into the end zone, and those 2 points are going to tie the game. So they kept it on the ground, got it into the end zone. But, Charles, sometimes you probably see teams treat a 2-point conversion differently than if it was first and goal from the 2, or I should say third and goal from the 2.
I agree with you totally on that. A lot of teams treat it as if they have farther to go and shy away from running the football. I think this is a great spot to do it because most teams play you for the pass. Go ahead and run and let your linemen surge and fire out.
The Browns drive about to get started. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get in the field goal range. Let's see what happens.
Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Mayfield looks to throw. Buying time to his left. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing, Mayfield. It's caught. Beckham. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Topper!
Hey, man. Watch the boot. Alert 3.
Now they try the right side here. He finds an opening past the 40. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
This is fielded at the goal line. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Following the penalty, Chubb. It's a gain of 3, and it'll be second down.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now, they're dealing with second and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now.
Set. 180.
Come on, come on, come on. 56. Mike, 56. Right there, right there. 56.
King, king, king.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
Real.
Mike, 56.
Now on second and 16. Mayfield going for the deep ball. Incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Mayfield now. He finds Beckham complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
180.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Mayfield on first down. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's second and 11. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now third down. Third and long for Mayfield. Going deep here for Landry. He rifles one that's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it. Landry the intended target.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is third down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
Ready.
Now a handoff working right. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. Back to throw. He gets it to Thomas. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on third down.
Crunch time, defense. No. Off. Kill.
Go.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. They get the first. The decision to run on third and medium winds up being a good one.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. From the 32 now. Here's first and 10.
Rip left. Check nickel.
Pilot, 64, read.
Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the mic.
Watch the slats.
They don't give it here to his running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 31-yard line.
Set, 50, plant.
Let's go one more.
Now.
2nd and 11. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
A gain of 11 makes it 3rd and 1.
Here we go. 60 or.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Almost unstoppable on the ground there, as that one is good for 39.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
Check. Lucky.
Now a give, right side. Slade, he'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Let's get it.
At the 16-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Get ready. 52's the mic.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That'll put him north of 100 yards receiving now in this divisional round game. It's a first down.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
One quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Safe.
General West.
Check.
5.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal.
Mike 52. In your
5.
They'll look to throw. This is caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal. They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? They'll try to run this one in. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there. Saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And the lead now up to 14.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line.
Get ready.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. On 2nd and 10. Mayfield, and he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver, and that'll make it 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half.
Mike 22, Mike 22. Here we go again. Mike Smith. 22's coming, Mike. Come on, boy. Come on.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
There was no secret who they were trying to get the football to.
Well, no, they went to him on 1st down, 2nd down, 3rd down, all 3 incomplete.
Yeah, and when you're unable to connect and you force it in that direction, all you're doing is giving confidence to the defense. They feel like they're really hurting you in a big way.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now Mayfield on 4th down. Now he'll go deep down the middle. It got his man complete. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
But sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go. From the gun, Mayfield. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
4th down, Mayfield. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
King.
56 right there, right?
Point it right.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a...
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Kenny Clark getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Another try after the 1st down sack. Mayfield. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time. But now it's 3rd and goal.
Out routes are always timing routes. And if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he let him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds.
Hey, alert 33.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check, 56. I'm coming, baby. Woo!
Hey, Alpha.
56 to Mike. 56 is to Mike. Watch the curl. Watch the...
Regular.
56. 56.
Now Mayfield on 3rd and goal.
Let's go, defense.
And that will be incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal.
Pistol. Run.
56.
Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. He couldn't get the ball away on 4th and goal. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now they try the right side here. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
He wasn't ready.
So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Looking to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Here now, Johnny Townsend. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. So possession goes over here on the punt. And this offense is going to take over at their own 20-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
Now, he's got a man. Complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 36 yards on the play. Here's Mayfield. He's going to let it fly. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. The extra point up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
Well, that is certainly a deflator right there defensively. Their guys just came off of a touchdown drive. They're back in the game, and then bam, they give up a touchdown 1 play later. How about that?
And the momentum, which seemingly had shifted the other direction, thought we might be seeing a comeback. That momentum right back the other way.
Well, that is certainly not complimentary football that we saw right there. The defense is supposed to help their offense, not give up another touchdown.
And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. Took just 1 play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13. One last shot from Mayfield here. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. And they're moving on to the conference championship. How about this?
What a tremendous feeling to get to the game that can get you to the Super Bowl. A fantastic season. Unfortunately, for the other team, a tough, tough way for it to end.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Jaguars are winners here as we say so.